I used to go there for you.
So I used to work there for like 4 years. Welcome back to the 444 The Girls podcast. I'm Kirstin. Long time no see.
We're back.
We're back.
We were never left. We have shit to do.
Yeah.
Our schedule is limited for now. So, I don't know. Do you want to be? I have so much we can talk about. You want to begin? Your brows look nice. You got them done first too? Something looks, I don't know. Maybe it's because your hair is off your head.
Maybe.
So
my brows aren't met. Look.
Still, something looks defined.
I haven't done my brows in like 6 months.
Oh, well, maybe it should.
I see you looking.
No, just wanted to comment on the snack choice. It's very healthy. As I just ate 3 lollipops while you were upstairs.
Oh, it's apples and peanut butter. Well, okay, I can talk. I can discuss. First of all, thank God for yoga.
Don't start going to my family.
Not just about your family. It's about everybody, the world, honestly. And okay, so yeah. So
how long was it? An hour?
Yeah. So it was like there was like a wellness fair at my job this week because like our benefits and stuff, because like the way our calendar works, our benefits start July 1st. So this is our open enrollment.
Okay.
Like where everybody else has it in like November.
Yeah.
This is ours. So all the new providers or all the different providers came and did like a little open house type thing where you could ask them questions. But then they had like smoothies. They did biometric screening where my BMI is in the overweight category, but it was like saying like how muscular I am, and it said I'm solidly built is the definition. That? Yeah, because they did like a body scan.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, but like cholesterol perfect, blood pressure perfect, glucose perfect, all that perfect, just little thick. We know this. But it said the way they said thick, like the paper said solidly built, like it had all the percentages and stuff. Measured out, and I'm like, that's okay. I've been telling people I'm sturdy. I'm not fat. I'm sturdy as fuck. Matter of fact, we're gonna find out just how sturdy I am, bitch. Fuck around and find out how sturdy I am. But there was a yoga session, bitch. First of all, and I'll get this is my like I'm gonna segue into like my mental state lately. Mm-hmm. But I called you yesterday because remember I was so flustered. Mm-hmm. I got all the way to work, like pulled in next to my boss's. He was getting out his car, made eye contact, waved, right? And that's a good question. Somewhere. It's okay. I think I have one too. So, do you happen to have a lighter? So, I went to get my backpack out of the back seat. Mm-hmm. Bitch, the backpack was not there. And, like, I realized when I came down the stairs yesterday morning, I was looking at my laptop bag, like, okay, it's right there by the door. But then I remembered that I had signed up for this yoga class at the job. So I went downstairs to the, like, exercise room, grabbed my yoga mat, walked up the steps, came through, got my purse because it was in the dining room, and walked out that way, straight past my laptop bag. Did not have my computer. Went all the way back home. I made eye contact, so it's not like I could do like working from home no. Plus, in all honesty, I needed that yoga mat. I needed that yoga class. Mm-hmm. When I tell you, the instructor might have been the most beautiful person I have ever seen in my life, bitch. One of like the people that I work with on signs and stuff, she was like, oh, I have to like escort the instructor. So I said, okay. So I changed into my little yoga suit, whatever, and was going downstairs to grab my mat out of the car, and she walked out. Bitch, imagine Aladdin and then like the sexy Jafar from the Jafar
Somebody
from
just
the
came to my mind that it's making me think of it. Go ahead.
You know, on the live action Aladdin, how sexy Jafar was? mixed Jafar,
yes,
Aladdin, and Black Jesus, covered in tattoos, with face tats, a face tat, bitch. He was saying, inhale, exhale.
It sounds like that.
Breathe in. Yes, but make it more Indian.
Yeah.
But yes.
Sounds like that.
Make it more like with a high ponytail, a full beard, strong muscles, pretty teeth. God damn. What's his name? Because I'm going to follow him.
I know his baby mama, so I'm not going to say it out loud because she'll be dealing with the thirst. And I like her. But what you described sound like him, so shit, that's what it sounds like.
Imagine him, but definitely Indian. Not like Trini. Definitely Indian. But like with a swaggy ass accent, calf muscles, inhale, exhale, drop your hips down lower, bitch. Oh. And then I asked him, do you instruct anywhere? He was like, well, I have a practice down in Southwest DC, but most of what I do is one-on-one. Me and the girl next to me were like,
I bet he do one-on-one. I bet the fuck he do.
I bet you do. I know them rich white ladies be paying.
Yes. It's giving like the massage niggas to be traveling.
Yes. It's giving like on Sex Life how the little mousy lady was getting head when she was getting her massages.
Oh, why can't I remember
at the very end? Remember when she like took them to that massage place and the lady was like, he tried to like eat me. He tried to give me head.
I don't remember.
She was like,
did I
yes, I know. She was like,
that's the point.
Yeah, she was like, don't report him, please. She was the only one who stayed with her husband in the end.
Oh my God.
She was like the super like quiet, mousy one. She was going to get her massage and getting ate the fuck out.
Damn. Maybe I didn't see that one. But anyway.
It was in the second season.
I gotta finish.
Oh, you didn't finish?
I thought I did, but I can't remember that.
Okay, so I needed that class because mentally I have been... So last week I was in a fog, right? Mm-hmm. This week I started this new supplement because I still haven't been able to get my meds for ADHD. And the algorithm got me. I bought, I just be buying shit. I'll be ordering shit. But it's this supplement called Thesis, and you take like a quiz, and it does a recommendation. They send you a starter kit where there's like 4 different formulas, and then you test it for 6 days, take a day off. Okay. Text it, you journal every day, like how you're feeling. Like, so this week I'm on Clarity. And so...
And you just started that this week?
Yes. Okay. And... my boss is out this week on vacation, so I'm covering his work too, right? So I was like, I gotta like start this regimen, and it helps. But the thing is, last week I was in such a fog that now I'm seeing just how much shit I have to do, and it's very overwhelming. And we've talked about how like I have like my sensory stuff, right? So like, when I get overwhelmed, it's easy for me to get overstimulated. And yesterday, every fucking noise and sound, like, felt like... And it's hard to explain to people without them getting offended. Like, when I'm like, yo, please don't say another word to me. Stop talking. Like, the other day, when you were talking to me and I was watching something, and I paused and looked right at you and you just kept talking. I was
you can
like,
tell me I shut the
fuck
up.
I know, but but I don't like, but sometimes that's the thing, okay? So people who like are on the spectrum or have some kind of neurodivergence don't like, either they're too abrupt or they don't know how to say like, hey, please don't say any more words.
You can't hurt me no more than my other recent friend.
But that's the thing, okay? So to explain it to somebody who doesn't have these kind of sensory things, it's like, sound literally physically hurts. Like, it's like, imagine somebody taking like a really hard bristle brush and rubbing it against your skin. Like, it's the equivalent of that to me. And so yesterday I just was literally like, I am going to explode. Something bad is gonna, like, I felt like I was gonna snap on somebody or like have a panic attack or cry.
Before or after the yoga?
Before the yoga. Because let me tell you, if I had not taken that yoga and gotten centered the way your auntie was rambling, your cousin, my God. talks just like you. But it's okay. My son talks like that all the time. Mm-hmm. Parker, you saw him coming in here.
Some little stories.
You're right.
What the fuck was he talking about that day?
But I had to like reach out to my friend. Rico. Yeah. So I had to reach out to my friend and be like, hey, I know I'm being weird. I'm doing that thing. Like, I know it very much gives breadcrumb. And he was like, it does. But you're not doing it intentionally. But like, I can tell that he was feeling the kind of way. He said he wasn't mad because I was like, are you mad at me? Like, because that's the automatic go-to is like, you're mad. Like, I feel like you're mad. And it's not that like, it's not that I have to be in the mood to talk to you. That's not the case. It's just that sometimes I don't have the capacity. Yeah. And like, I think also when I consider this, right, when we were kids, right, we only knew autism as like very severe, like Rain Man type levels. We didn't realize that there's a whole spectrum, I don't think. So like a lot of times people are called like rude or abrupt or, you know what I mean? And it's like, maybe they're like, oh, they just act like their dad. But maybe their dad is undiagnosed something. You know what I mean? And so I think that if people maybe stop centering themselves, and I'm not saying that you're doing that, but like sometimes people just like center themselves and don't consider, like, I gave an example about how like sometimes people will get like, oh, she don't speak, she sees me and walks right past. Maybe the person didn't see you. Like maybe they saw you with their eyes, but their brain did not connect. Do with me? No, I'm not saying I got to do with you. I'm just saying because you're a talky ass sensitive person when somebody ain't talking back sometimes. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying like in general,
the person that had me in my feelings recently got problems.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people do have problems. I'm talking about like at work. I'm talking about like in a work setting or like a social setting. Like for me, like I realize that like I'm talking about like at work, people would in like past jobs, people would be like,
say you rude or something?
People will say I was rude because I didn't speak. But it's like, it's not that I didn't speak. Like literally I might be going through a list in my head of like all the million things and trying to like prioritize and like trying to figure out what I even came out here on the floor to do. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not that I didn't speak. And that's the other thing about like, it's not that he's necessarily out of sight, out of mind, but like, it's that I have all of these things on my plate right now and I don't know how to say like, hey.
But you do a little bit.
I try. Yeah. But like, sometimes people don't realize that they have this problem. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's not that you're out of sight, out of mind, but you are kind of out of sight, out of mind. It doesn't mean that they're not thinking of you. I think boy has
more than you though.
Oh no, he's got some dark, deep-seated issues for sure. But like sometimes people don't know that they have like, and I talk about it openly, but like that's only because I've seen what it has done to certain relationships for me. You know what I mean? Like for me to say, oh, that's just how I am. It's not that it's just how I am. It's just that is how things operate for me. Yeah. You know, like sometimes things are like, I have this coworker, love her to death. She's cool people. But sometimes she just comes and stands at my desk and says, hey, what you want, man?
Does she get it out eventually? Huh? Does she get it out eventually?
She don't have nothing to get out. Hey. She just be wanting to say hey and then linger and have small talk. I can't do like I can't do it. It's like it makes my skin crawl. Or like maybe like somebody would come and stand and do that, like hey, and talk to you while you're trying to eat your lunch. And it's like I'm trying to chew. The sound of my own chewing is bothering me. You're picking topics that I really don't give a fuck about, and you're standing over top of me. It's overstimulating. And the time is limited as fuck. Exactly. I ordered these little. I ordered some other shit. Somebody recommended it.
Of course you did.
But it's called these loop earplugs. So they should be here by tomorrow. But they like help to kind of like you can hear if people are talking to you, but like it'll muffle out all the rest of the sounds. So I'm gonna try that. Because sometimes, like, I'll put music in, or sometimes I'll put a podcast in, but that just adds to the noise that's bothering me. So.
Oh, so this is just going to be silent. It's going to silence out everything.
it's not going to silence everything because I am a mother.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, if people do need to talk to me, you know what I mean? But they do have some that silence everything. Then they have some that, like, just kind of, like, the background conversations and stuff will block out. But if like a kid screams or if somebody's calling your name, you can hear it. It's just that you would have to like take it out to like hear more clearly. And then they have some that are specifically made for like concerts to where you can just hear the performer and not the crowd that you're around. So we'll see. Yeah.
Do the damn thing. Get all the tools, bitch. At least you're trying.
I am trying.
That's what matters.
Because, right, I see, like he says he's not mad, but I can see that he's acting...
Well, you already know my similar situation.
He's being weird to me!
You already know my similar situation. It's not... It's only... And I lose the word similar loosely because it's just similar. It's just similar. Not the same, but... I just cut off a, 18, 20-year friendship because of similar things. Now, with that said, though... I know you always say I talk a lot and all that, but you also know that I do feel sensitive to his situation. I think he got something wrong with him. You know, I think there's something that needs to be diagnosed. I'm sensitive to it, but not enough to make it fuck with me. So that's just that. Like, I'm just gonna love you from over here. Because there's something that needs to be handled, but it's not for me to handle it.
I don't think it's a sensory thing. I think that's a psyche thing. I think that's a inner child thing.
Yeah, I definitely think it's an inner child thing.
Like therapy.
And
like, I think
and anybody that watches us and watches every show, I know y'all like this girl and her niggas. This is part of my 2023 journey. I'm learning every situation comes with some growth and something else I learned. Right now, I'm on pause. I want nothing to do with nobody. But this particular situation, I appreciate you for what you did when I needed it. But your nasty ass attitude is not going to affect me. I'm not going to keep answering the phone for you to be being fucking mean. I can't understand. I did nothing to you. If me trying to talk to you is irritating you, guess what? Don't fucking call when you don't hear from me in a few days. Because I try to go out gently, just back off. And then you're back, but you're mean. So I can't, I'm not, whatever issues he got, you got to deal with them. And I'll just love you from here and hope that you get the help that you need. Because there are some issues. Like, this may have been one of the worst experiences, dead ass, one of the worst experiences of my life. I know that sounds extra as fuck, but he's one of the worst mentally. I'm not used to being treated like that. Sorry. If it's a you thing, it's fine. It's a you thing, you're just not compatible with me. But it's so many little things over the course of just 3 months that now I'm playing back. Like, yeah, I'm cool off that. It was a very strange experience because I gave you credit as a friend, and it was strange. It was definitely like top 3. I'm not even exaggerating of weirdness, and I don't want nothing to do with it. So whatever shit is over there, it's cool. I hope that you handle it. And leave people the fuck alone until you do. I don't want nothing to do with that shit.
Hold on. Go ahead. You can keep talking. I just realized that my laptop is not charging.
I really want to talk about what we did this weekend, but I'm not because you can't really talk. So I'm just going to save that one for myself. But we had time. I'll leave it as that. Gosh, I'm going to talk about it one day.
I think we can say that we had a really intense afternoon of self-discovery. Mm-hmm. That does not mean that we slept together.
No. I know we joke about this all the time. Stop. No, it's not. It was not.
Especially because we live streamed from you in my bed, like laying next to me in my bed. But it wasn't like that. It was like she came into the room and want to
sleep together.
No. Like, that would be like sisters. That's gross.
You'll be incest. We had a great experience, which also led to some of my thoughts now. Mm-hmm. So I was talking to Zentola last night, and I was telling him, I was like, I'm embarrassed to say this, but I'm going to say it. That experience, for the first time ever, and this is embarrassing, I should have been taught this shit as a teenager. It's the first time I ever felt like, no, I don't want to I don't want to have sex with anybody. I don't want to deal with anybody. Like, this shit is sacred. Like, no, it's locked off. And I was like, I told him, I was like, whoever has experienced me, whoever had me before, good, whatever. And he was like, no, you just have to remember that nobody's had this version of you.
This version, right.
And I was like, yes, I'm going to rock with that. Like, nobody has had this version of me. And I don't plan on doing it anytime soon. Y'all can hold me to that shit. I think hold me to it.
You know I will.
No, I'm serious. I'm not about to be celibate forever or no shit, but right now I'm not interested.
Yeah, so, my, I think what you'll find, because, Adam talked about how I was abstinent for 16 whole entire months, right? And,
I drink the rest of that one. That's long.
I wouldn't advise to go that long.
No, I'm not.
But I will say that, like, the longer you go, the more particular you are.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for me, it was like, okay, yeah, I see Monday in the gym, I see Thursday in the gym, but, like,
it's just that.
would I let him hit? It's like, oh, they're cute. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't see myself, like, actually, like, moving forward and doing anything with these people.
And that's how.
And it wasn't until.
What we call them?
Worldwide. It wasn't until Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide, until, like, he and I had our interaction. And honestly, it started off with just a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I went into all these details before.
I don't remember.
It started off with a kiss. And it was like, okay, he's a good kisser.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, like,
it's important.
I decided, like, that is a deal breaker from here on out. From here on out, because I let it slide too long.
You told me about that.
Yeah. Not only did I let, like, bad kissing slide too long, but, like, before that, like, there were a few that I dealt with just didn't kiss. Like, they just weren't kissers, and it's, like, no intimacy.
That's important.
Yeah. So now, like, kissing is a big fucking deal for me. Like, once you get a good, juicy, intimate kiss that makes your toes curl, my God. So we kissed, and it was just, like, a little, like, dip off and kiss, just to do something. Like, just to do something, But then it was, like, the words of affirmation that came, like, 2 days later. And I was like, oh, we fucking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you knew.
He's the one.
That was
I
it.
knew.
That was the one to break
from the words that he said.
To break the break.
Yeah, I was like, and then, like, I kind of assessed, and I was like, yeah, like, he is worthy of this goddess energy that I got going on.
So our experience, even that word, our experience took me to that. I'm like, I told you I saw all the goddesses. Like, I'm going to be honest, I've never felt like that or associated those words with my vagina. It's not even my fault. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. It's my fault now as an adult, but here we are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking back, I don't regret anything. But the next person, I'm going to know, and I'm not like you gonna have. I said, was it you? I said I was like, it's gonna be like TSA. Like, I gotta scan you first. I'm not. You got to be. I'm have to scan you and know. And there's no rush. And right now, I don't even have any prospects. I'm cool. We thought low key may work in the beginning because it was a friend, but that shit just ended up being a big lesson.
That shit gave abusive. Honestly,
yeah, he has.
It gave narcissism.
He has big. And I know people throw these words around all the time, but it's big emotional abuse energy. Mm-hmm. It's dark energy that don't have nothing to do with me, but I just start seeing it because what happens is people put on this mask, and they cannot hide for too long. And, like, I'm not even your girl, and I'm seeing these nasty traits, and I don't want anything to do with it. At the same time as your friend, it's like, I feel like some type of empathy, but I can't bring it. I can't take that on. I can't take that on. So my phone is fresh. There are nothing. And that's that. And
I like how you said your phone is fresh and not dry. Because that's like, it's fresh.
It's not dry. It's just cleared of all the nonsense. Somebody else gave me a fake ass accidental call, and after that I blocked that too. It was like, just stop. I'm cool. No regrets on none of y'all. Taking accountability and chilling the fuck out. Seriously.
I just thought of something and that left me. Oh, so for I am employed, y'all. So I can't.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do it to you. I wasn't gonna make you.
Well, so just like my experience. I felt like, so what I learned about myself is that I really am as powerful as some people have been telling me I am. Do you know what I mean? Like
I told Santola about that too.
Yeah, like how like we were on the same.
Before I even finished telling him my experience, I was talking about it. He said, "Oh yeah, you saw your highest self." And I said, "That's exactly what I wrote down." I told him about you. He said, "Oh yeah, she's powerful." Like, I didn't even say the words, and he said it.
Yeah.
But he didn't say some things too. I love him, but yeah, he's called both of our experiences out before I even said the same words.
Like I'm
gonna tell y'all about myself one day.
When we get to a point where I don't have to rely on corporate America anymore.
We spilling the beans.
We spilling the tea. My old job would have been cool with it. Like, oh yeah, we sell them.
For real?
Yeah, because they didn't do all that extra shit.
Sis was big and regal.
I was fucking.
I asked him, did he see that movie that I made you watch too? He's like, yeah. I said, that's what it was.
Yeah. So like I'm
sorry, this is blowing me.
I felt so powerful, and I think that I needed to be reminded of that because I've given away my power so many times to people who did not. I'm not saying necessarily they didn't deserve it, but they didn't respect it. Yeah, or that they were afraid of it. Because that's the thing. Especially men, they get very intimidated by a powerful woman. You know what I mean? Because I don't like try to emasculate anybody, but like it can be off-putting to some men.
Just as big and bold, that's all.
And I got that. Yeah. I just need to make it right with him. I realize, like, I see, you know, like, I wonder, do niggas be seeing themselves being a nigga? And it's not that I'm being a nigga. It's just that, like, literally I'm so overwhelmed and I don't know how to say that because people will be like,
just say that to him.
No, I did. But, like, I assume that some people, like, you know, everybody can't deal with that. But it's a lot for people.
I think that being as though I think he's a smidge like me in some areas, I think that he would so much rather you say you're overwhelmed than not say anything. Because you can I can take a person telling me where they are and why they seem, you know, maybe distant or whatever, but it's the not saying nothing that is the problem. Because if you take the time to tell a person, then they feel like that you care. If you don't tell me, I don't feel like, you know, I'm one of your people you care about, and that's cool. But I think that I think you should just stay as open and honest about that shit as you can, because that alone is communication. And it's gonna be a day when it's reversed. He gonna have he may talk more than you, but it's gonna be a day when he's now I need to talk to her because she gets it. It's just you know what I mean. Like I just think you have to just don't force it to where you're uncomfortable, but definitely just remind him I'm here, but I'm overwhelmed if I seem quiet. But I think that next week or whenever it is gonna clear some things up because you're gonna have the chance to. And won't this be the longest visit? Yes, I think that's gonna help a lot. I think you'll be fine. You just gotta keep communicating it. That's what I would want from a person that's saying that they're in your space. It's just like, I'll fall back a little bit to give you a space, but if you communicate it, we're good. I'm not mad at anything. It's just the not communicating, and then because people will even somebody like him that's confident and all that, they can still wonder what's up. Yeah, they can still.
And it's not, so this is not even something that's just it's not something that's just in this type of situation, right? So my grandmother lives right in DC, right? But I know that I have to call her, but I also know that I have to be able to focus on the words that she's saying to me, because she'll speak the same level, the same volume, no matter what is going on. The dog can be barking and she won't stop she won't stop talking. She'll keep the conversation going.
She may not understand as much as he would with her age. How you feel about that?
I know.
So,
but also she's neurodivergent.
Okay.
So, yeah. And there's, so the thing is, right, the longer I go, the more anxiety I get about it, because it's like, damn, now I'm going to have to explain why it took so long, what I've been up to, why I haven't been in communication. Or damn, now I'm going to have to explain this, and that, and all this extra stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a text message, right? Like, you see a text message and you don't respond to it right away, and then you forget, and then you can't, like, pick up the phone and be like, hey, like, a week later. I mean, I know some people do that, but it's still, like, you got to explain.
The funny
like,
dude made a post about that, Deshaun something. He was like,
oh, yeah.
After not talking to my kids all week.
Oh, yeah.
After I talked to my family all week, he was like, he called him, I'm so sorry. It was just,
that's the thing. You got to apologize. Like, hey, I know I disappeared. Here's why. And, like, sometimes I don't feel like explaining why. I don't feel like getting into it. Because sometimes it might not be that I was having an emotional crisis. It might be just that I wasn't able to fucking... Yeah, like, sometimes nothing happened. It's just that I just got lost in my world. Do you know what I mean? And so, yeah.
It's just communication. Communication is everything. And it doesn't have to be details. You just communicate to the person, hey, my cousin wrote me back a week later. She would have been over there. She's funny. She's the mama's sister. She wrote me back a week later and was like, I'm sorry, I'm just getting back to you. I was in one of my things. It's just communication. I didn't need to know no details. I didn't ask her, what's wrong? You okay? She lives in Rockville. You want me to come over? No. I just let her be. It's okay. It's okay. I know. But I was happy that she wrote me back and said that it's just communication for people. Because it's like opposites. People like y'all, her, you, and low key and whatever. And then people like us that we talk. So her, even though I don't talk to this woman all the time, her writing back just saying, having a moment, that's all I needed. So just do that with whoever.
Yeah.
No detail. Now, if a person think that you have to give them details, that's a them problem. But the simple communication works for me.
Yeah.
We gotta move this because I always want to touch it.
It's funny because the last episode you were talking and doing like this and
like
clapping it at me. No, it like if I
was talking shit.
You were talking about something and you were doing like this.
This is so bad. We gotta move it.
It was funny, like, but if they were only listening and not watching, it'd be like, what the fuck is that noise?
Yeah, we'll talk about this off camera, but I was listening to something about that too, about the audio, like how it matters, and we know that, but we just getting started. Shit,
right?
But give us grace. Yeah. So I'm not gonna talk about the deep shit I want to talk about from the weekend. We touched on it, but yeah, I'm just in a total different space. How I've been mentioning on my social media, like it's not a game. I'm not lying. I'm really in a fucking different space.
Yeah.
So many things don't matter that I thought would matter. Doesn't matter. And new things matter. Have you ever been hypnotized? Not really. Only like little YouTube shit.
No, I've been hypnotized before. It was kind of like that.
Yeah, that our experience.
Yeah, I was hypnotized before, and it was crazy. Like, so when I got hypnotized, I was in college, right? And it was for like this, you know, like how they have like people come do a magic show or whatever, right? So for real, legit, like I thought like, oh, this is about to be some bullshit, right? And the one guy like next to me was like, but I think it was because he was so adamant about not allowing it to happen that it didn't happen, right? But when I tell you, like, I remember like crying and like being scared and being sleepy. Right? Like, I remember that, and I remember that I was sitting on the stage with a bunch of people, but, like...
Oh, you was like a volunteer, like...
Yeah. Okay. So, it was like a deep dream state, and you can see what's going on around you, but at the same... Like, you can see... Like, I could see, like, that there was a crowd out there, but I could also see what was happening. Yeah. Like, I could also see what was going on with me, and... I think that's what they mean about just kind of like going into, I don't know what I'm getting at, but I kind of I felt like I got hypnotized.
Yeah, I just feel like a whole new person ever since. I've still till last night been having like dreams, and I can't remember them.
I've been having the most intense, vivid, colorful dreams.
Yeah, I've been having,
and I wake up like
meditative state style dreams since then, and everything is just different. Like when I tell you, I'm not playing about what I say. Like I king energy only, please, or I don't want it.
King me, bitch.
Yeah, I'm not playing like now. Now I want to be like a plant nigga with locks. Like I'm not even playing. It's like something happened. I don't even want.
I got me a plant nigga.
Yeah, I don't even want the shit that I thought I wanted. Like it's even everybody's nasty. Everybody is nasty now.
That's how I feel. Like I mean, that's just how I've always felt. Like once I'm done, I'm like, ew.
They're nasty, and
what was I thinking?
Yeah, that's all I got. Y'all gonna see. We're gonna keep on sharing it. So much more is gonna.
I mean, like if you got like a half a brain, you can figure out what the fuck we're talking about. But I can't like outwardly say. Like,
I will soon. I'll make a separate one. But it's not. I mean, it's so many.
Wait, what's the noise? You know what I'm getting at.
Oh yeah.
Boom. That's what it is. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Life is changed. It's just so much stuff has changed. That alone changed my life. I'm not even playing. Like it just showed me all these. I can't even say the details. I'm gonna save the details, but I was just so perfect and beautiful. Like, whoa.
I was the biggest person I've ever seen, and not like in like a. Because I'm told I'm big all the time, and I'm only 5'8", y'all. No, for real, like, because I told you about how, like, that lady who was doing my first wax ever kept on, like, slapping on my thighs saying, Mujer grande. I didn't tell you how she was calling people trying to pimp me out. Like, that's the one who told me, like, if you just pinch his nipples and punch him in the face, give him $400. I told this story before. Yeah, but like she kept on saying, "Oh my God, you're so big!" Like she was like squeezing on my thighs as she's waiting for the wax to cool.
She would go slightly inappropriate,
so unprofessional. But it's Florida. It was Florida. Yeah, Florida's very unprofessional. But she was always like, "Mujer grande." Oh, like I would come in and she was talking about how big I am, and I was like probably 40 pounds lighter than I am now. But like, I think so. When I saw myself as a big person, I didn't see myself as a big person how adults say it, but like how kids say it, right? There was this one time, bitch, you want to talk about kids embarrassing you? My kids Parker embarrassed the fuck out of me. Sean was a little baby. I was nursing him, right? And I hear Parker say something, right? Like I hear his voice. We were at my mom's house. And I hear my cousin say, Parker, don't be so rude, right? So I was like, what happened? And I come out and he's like, and I see him saying, she's like this wide, right? So my cousin's friend walks in. She's a big girl, right? And he said, oh my God, that's a big fat guy, right? That's what he said. And like my cousin was like, Parker, don't be rude. And he was like, what? She's like this
How old was he
wide.
at this point? 3?
He was like 3, right? And so like at first I was like, oh my God, but like for the rest of the time that she was there, like she was just like, okay, like she knows she's a big girl, you know what I mean? But for the rest of the time that she was there, all he wanted to do was play with her. Like he was like amazed. Like he was like, play football. Like, and so like I said, I eventually said, I was like, he didn't mean, like, I don't think he meant that.
He wasn't looking at her like,
no,
she's
because
fat and bad. No, he just saw, he said what the fuck he saw. She was big.
But here's the thing. When you tell what do people say to kids? What do grown-ups say to kids that they haven't seen in a while? Or like, what? Like, let's say you haven't seen a kid in a while. You got so big. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a compliment. Oh my God, look at how big you are. Like he thought, he was like, wow. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And so like I saw myself as a kid sees somebody like, holy shit, so I am big as fuck. I am so powerful, because that's what you automatically assume. Like, a big person is powerful. Like, I was like Mr. fucking Incredible, but like
I
a lady.
I saw myself like that flower bitch. Like, just so fucking unflawed.
Yes.
Just like, it was, I saw so much, and it was just telling me, you're that. Why do you think that you're not that?
Right.
And it also showed me that I clearly thought I wasn't that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a twist. It was like a
I'm glad that you said it, because I didn't want to say it, but like, bitch, what the fuck is up with your self-esteem sometimes? But I'm not gonna say that.
I mean,
to you.
I don't.
You know
it's
what I mean?
just a mix of.
But I
life.
think so. No, but I think
just.
But I think before the weekend, you and I had a conversation that you kind of broke down, like where that kind of comes from. Where you were like, that's gotta be it. That I'm like allowing these niggas to fucking be like this. Like, it's gotta be a part of.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's probably why I was seeing all that shit. Like, it was crazy, and now I'm cool. Yeah. I'm so cool off y'all. There will be someone that will come along, and he'll be great, and I'll give you a chance, but you have to show me that you're great. Yeah, I don't know. It's just been a bunch of change. It's just been a bunch of changes, a whole bunch of shit that just has me weird, like off. But the people that I let play with me, I would have never. That's why I did it when I was 20, because I would have never fucked with you. So that's
it. Never gave that.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's just like anyway, it doesn't even matter.
Bitch, I'm acting brand
new.
It
doesn't even matter. I'm back.
Rip the plastic off.
That's what you said. I'm acting brand new, I think.
I'm acting brand new.
It doesn't. All that shit is irrelevant. I'm just sharing it because we're gonna be transparent. Because there's always, if it's one person that hears it, they can relate. It doesn't matter now. I'm back. Literally back.
And that's the thing too. Like, I wish a motherfucker would play with me. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
Hey girl.
I just want a roughneck niggas with a gut.
You know what I said? Hey girl.
Hey girl.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Hey girl. Hey.
And that's that. Nothing changes. My summer plans are still on.
You know what I watched last night when I was getting my hair braided?
What? On your phone or with them?
With them.
What?
First of all, they were playing some Jesus music.
Oh yeah, they're Jesus-y. Remember? So it was okay. So is Nene, her mom, and then the grandma. The grandma who I told about low key. She was like, baby, you got to let him go. She was like, oh, I told. Remember the Christian thing, because she's super Christian. Yeah. I told her. She was like, oh no, that's not.
Yeah, so the grandma came in later, but like, they were playing some Kirk Franklin. Mm-hmm. There was one Jesus song that came on, and it was like such and such featuring Nicki Minaj. And I said, I don't know. I was just like caught off guard because it was on the TV. It was like Pandora on the TV, and I was like, does that say featuring Nicki Minaj? And then he was like, yeah, she's hilarious. Mm-hmm. So, no, girl.
Who was I watching? That
Tyler Perry movie when Taraji shows up on the boat somehow. Did you ever see it? She's like married to the man and he's working on this invention.
Yes, that was fucked up. That was fucked up because it was like.
But I just thought about that moment.
All them bad times. That wasn't my case though. Sorry.
No, okay. She was with him through it.
No.
Let's be serious though. What? He was not the bad guy. He was not in the wrong for how he handled that. He gave her $10 million.
Oh, no.
It was her raggedy ass fucking sisters and her, because she's talking about you coming up here thinking you could dress nice and we are done. We are never getting back together.
He gave her $10 million.
He gave her $10 million and he showed up at her job with some flowers and she was like, you think you can come up here? We are never getting back together.
He gave her $10 million. Okay. Imagine getting nothing.
Right, but bitch, you said we would never ever. You don't come talking about this is my apartment, bitch. It's not. You said we would never ever getting back together.
Let me tell y'all something. It's some people that I said never to, and that shit remains. So you ain't gotta watch. It's still never, sis.
Well, so look. So what made me think of that by you saying my plans are still on? I thought about when the new fiance said it's okay, my dress ain't gonna fit anyway. The little one's growing big. She said, And I'm like, she didn't have to go. She did not have to say that. She just had to throw that.
Which one was it called again? What's that movie called? I know what you're talking about. I watched it.
It starts with an A. I want to say agrimony, but that's an herb. Acrimony.
Yeah.
Acrimony.
Yeah.
Listen. Taraji said,
through all my changes and healing, I'm happy, and I'm still not going back to nobody, and I still don't want nobody. So there's nothing to see here. That's all I got for that.
Girl, but here's the thing. Nothing to see here. Say it with your motherfucking chest. Mm-hmm. That's my thing. That's the part I can't respect. Don't post and delete. That's some punk shit.
There's nothing to see here, sis.
I mean, you could see my ad. Like, there's a lot to see here because I'm something to look at. I'm something to behold. But like, if you're gonna be creeping, then creep. If you're gonna creep, then creep. If you're gonna post, then post. But don't post and delete and think that you ain't gonna get seen.
We synced it.
It's some creep shit. We synced it. We synced it.
Anywho, back to the high vibes. Because remember, I saw my higher self this weekend. So back to the high vibes. I wish that for you and anyone else who needs it, that you see your higher self.
Yeah, I hope that you realize how beautiful you are. I hope that you realize how powerful you are.
May you see your higher self.
I hope that you realize that you're that bitch. You're that nigga.
And you was tripping, but you could untrip.
You could
undo that shit. Because I was tripping. But I actually, low-key, love all my experiences that I went through. Because they all showed me a lot. I'm not even going to take none of it back.
I mean, just like I said all with the Super Mario, I say this all the time. Like, every time you, like, fall down a ditch in Super Mario, you know the next time, like, nope, right here. I've seen that before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This last one, though, like, it showed me some things. Like, yeah, I'm gonna. I didn't expect that one. Like I said, that one threw me for a loop. I didn't expect that shit, but it's okay.
So that's. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if I was being low vibrational, when I was being low vibrational, that was kind of the thought that was going through my head. Like, damn, I've been friends and I've admired this person for a very long time. If he breaks my heart, he's going to shatter it. Like, if he hurts me, it's going to be a devastating type of pain. Yeah, this one it's definitely like, even the last conversation that kept coming up, like, what do you mean? I've known you for 20 years.
In this instant, that shit don't mean nothing.
Oh, I just got a notification from my doctor. I'm getting the IUD.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
I don't like those.
I mean, listen.
You're gonna be fucking.
So look, this is TMI, and then I gotta log off and then I gotta close it out because I have a meeting. This is TMI, but we were fucking. Mm-hmm. And when I got up to take a shower, I saw the ring. I have a new ring, right, for birth control. That bitch was on the floor. That bitch was on the floor from the side of the bed because I was over the side of the bed like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like on the edge of the bed like this, like.
You was swag surfing?
I was.
That's what just made me think about. Man, I ain't got that.
No, so I was like, yeah. I was like,
heart was racing.
I was like, I looked down. I was just glad that I saw it, but then I was like this, like, because you have up to 3 hours, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, we got here at this time, and it's like, so there was no way it was 3 whole hours that it was out, but. I was like,
you had to just put it back in?
Yeah, I rinsed it and put it back in. But, like,
that's scary, though.
I can't have them because I'm fucking. Like, we be fucking.
I'm going to miss that, but I'm going to have to.
No, you got to wait for the king dick.
I am. I'm waiting for the king.
Listen, and I hate to keep on bragging to y'all, but I done got me some king dick. Listen, I hate to keep on reminding y'all how blessed a bitch is.
Let me think. I ain't had no king dick in a minute.
I'm starting to think that maybe I never had king dick until now.
I can't. I'm not gonna say it out loud. He gave that. I'm not gonna take that from him. A little bit, not all the way.
I'm gonna have to bleep that because you did not whisper as quiet as you thought you did.
But that's okay.
Okay, whatever. You got a baby by him. Okay,
well, do it. It is not
that nigga.
Not who you think, girl.
That is not your nigga. I know who you said, but
I would say that was the closest to it because the energy was that at the time, and still is because that's still who got my back.
I don't think I've ever had king dick until now, honestly. Like when I look back, reflect on it.
Yeah, I'm patient.
It was all peasant dick.
Yes, my legs are closed for the king.
It all gave.
I already see what I want him to look like too. I just
commoner dick. It all gave alms for the poor dick. Even if they were rich.
What I want, and when I say look like, I'm not even just talking about physical. I'm talking about like I can see
I've
this
had
nigga's
lots
aura.
of court jester dick.
I can see like this nigga's energy out of his.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what happened when I was like,
I'm waiting for it.
Huh.
Until then, can you just tell me the stories? I just gotta hear the stories.
Bust that pussy up in the color bring. Okay. I gotta go log on to my Muggle meeting.
I'm going back to sit outside for a little bit.
And then we got something to do afterwards.
Us? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Thank you for tuning into the 444 The Ghost podcast. I'm Kirstin.
I'm Zakia.
We out.
Thank you.